It's Whitney and I'm back again. This is a follow-up video to the last one that I did called I'm Still Here. If you haven't watched that one yet, you might want to check it out to give yourself a little context and to decide if you would want to watch this video. That video is linked in the YouTube description right down below and also in one of these handy-dandy cards. You can click right on this. Go watch it and decide if you're still interested. Because this video is really for those of you who want to know like specific details about what I've been up to the last few months, why I was kind of on hiatus with my YouTube content and a lot of my content in general, and just what's been going on in my head. This is a pretty personal video, very honest, kind of vulnerable. And I also want to let you know that it might not be as exciting as you're expecting it to be. I don't have any like juicy secrets to share with you. There's no like major drama. It's really just honest and real. And I want to make sure that this is right for you, not only so you spend your time wisely, because this is going to be a long video, but also because this is just about me, Whitney Lauritsen. This is, you know, who I am, what I've been going through. I want to be so real with you and authentic. And some of this is just kind of hard to talk about because I do feel vulnerable, for lack of a better word. And there's been a lot of like self-exploration and thought happening in the last few months. I'll put it that way. So keep watching if that's what you want to hear. And also if you're going to be supportive. I'm not really looking for advice necessarily, because I've been getting a lot of advice from myself and from other sources lately. I really just want to clue you in. That's the whole point of this. And it's also not meant to like get sympathy. But if you happen to have like, I don't know, some huge light bulb that you don't think that has gone off in my head, I would love to hear it too, really. But I thought I would just preface it there. I feel like there was something else that I wanted to say before I began. I don't know. I mean, if this happens to be like the very first time you've watched my videos, it's probably not the best one to watch because, again, it's very personal. This is really not the type of content that I tend to do on this channel. If you didn't know already, I mentioned this in the last video, but just to reiterate it, I have 4 other channels. And I have one channel called the Uncensored channel, which is more this style video, long form. I'm just sitting here talking in front of my webcam, and if you get to the end of this video and you really like it, then that channel is probably going to be something that you enjoy too. I don't intend to do videos like this on this channel unless you ask for it, because really all of the content that I produce is for you, so be sure to leave your feedback about exactly what you like, you know, what you don't like in a constructive criticism type of a way, what you want more of. I love, love, love your feedback, and that's what really helps me figure out what to create. And I also should address, because this came up a lot in the comments of my last video, why I have 4 other channels and why I intend to keep them. So the main Nico Vegan Gal channel is kind of the hub for everything, all the video content. I take this channel super seriously. My goal is to always produce super high quality, professional content here, thought out, planned, sometimes practiced, edited. Like, I put my all into this content. And it was the beginning of everything that I've done. It started here. A few years after I created this channel, I don't even remember why exactly, but I created the What a Vegan Eats channel, which is more of a vlog, very casual channel. I created it, I think, when I was living in San Francisco. So that was like 2011. And I think it's because people just kept asking what I eat, and I was trying to diversify my content a little bit. I saw a lot of other YouTubers creating secondary vlog channels. That's very, very common for YouTubers, if you didn't know that. But yeah, that channel is like very real, super casual, and just about what I eat. Whereas this main channel is about the whole lifestyle. So not just about food, but, you know, what's in your house? What do you wear? You know, what products do you buy? What do you do when you travel? I mean, like anything in your life happening here. That channel, just food. That channel's, I wouldn't consider professional. I do it all on my iPhone, you'll see me without makeup, my hair is in shambles, might be wearing the same clothes as I was the day before. I mean, it's like I pick up my phone and record what I'm eating and I put it down. Like, that's it. Very minimally edited, but people really enjoy it for whatever reason. So that feels separate to me because it also feels like two different audiences in addition. Now, with the third channel, the uncensored channel, I don't think that was the next one to come. I think the dog channel happened maybe even before the What If Vegan Eats channel, but it's never been a huge focus. That's just me talking about eco-vegan dog-related stuff. So you'll see me talking about what food I feed Evie. You'll see me talking about, toys and whatnot. I rarely ever update that one. So it's only if I find something really worth sharing. So that doesn't take up much energy. The uncensored channel, I was inspired by iJustine. She has multiple channels as well, at least 3. And she would just record herself doing daily things. But that channel turned into more like a journal style, as I mentioned earlier. Very, very honest. Videos tend to be at least 20 minutes long. Me just talking about a subject matter. It's also turned into kind of like a motivational and advice channel. And that content just does not fit here on the main Eco Vegan Gal channel. And then the 5th channel is the venture channel, and that's all business stuff. So I talk about the business side of the work I do, which if you don't know that yet, I'll talk about this a little bit more later. That's a huge part of my passion and my business, is helping other content creators learn how to really understand their brand from a business standpoint, and also monetization. I'm so passionate about helping other people monetize, make their brands their full-time careers. And that content doesn't fit on the main channel either. So I'm going to keep all 5 channels for the foreseeable future indefinitely because they all feel very separate. And when I was talking about them before in the other video, I don't really find 5 channels overwhelming because they all feel very separate. I don't even find creating that much content that overwhelming. It was just that YouTube in general was overwhelming. So let's dive right into that whole thing. I even wrote some notes because I'm trying to keep this as concise as possible. Not sure if that's going to happen, but I want to respect your time. I don't want you sitting here for like an hour because I really probably could talk about this for an hour and just babble on. Anyways, so where to begin? Well, I'll just start somewhere. YouTube can be challenging. If you're not a YouTube creator, you probably don't have any concept of this, right? Most of you are not YouTube creators, you're just watchers. And maybe you experience this as a viewer, but being a creator can be very challenging, and it depends on what your motives are behind YouTube. For a sensitive person like me, sometimes YouTube does not feel like the best choice for me because I'm just super sensitive. If you have ever watched my videos on the Uncensored channel, you've probably heard me talk about this before. It really hurts me when I get negative comments. It hurts me even to see a thumbs down on my videos. And it sounds like such a silly thing and an easily overcome thing, but I've never overcome it. And so frankly, like when I see thumbs down, there's part of me that feels like I did something wrong. Even though I have no idea why that thumbs down is there, it just hurts. It's like, oh, I spent all this time and energy making a video and somebody didn't like it. It's rejection, really. And then same thing with negative comments. Those are even more hurtful. I mean, I actually don't even read many comments on this channel because there's so many random people coming to this channel, finding my videos and then tearing either me apart or the veganism apart or whatever. When people kind of attack the vegan side of things, it's really not, it doesn't bother me that much, but it's really when people come and attack me. I mean, I've heard it all. I've heard lots of people have commented on my appearance, and I'll be honest, like, it's hard. Isn't it hard for anybody when somebody says something about your appearance? I mean, oh my gosh, there are times where my makeup's not quite right. There was one time where it looked like, people kept saying that it looked like I had a bruised eye. And I was like, great. Now, I didn't realize that when I was editing it. And now I've had this video. I don't want to take it down, but I'm embarrassed, because everyone thinks that someone punched me in the eye, whatever, like the clothes are right or my hair is like whatever. And that's such a superficial thing. Like that is the last thing I want to focus on. But it's just triggered me where I feel like I always want to look right on YouTube. And so that itself takes so much time and energy. Like, you know, I didn't spend that much time on myself today, but it's like, I don't know, it just created this insecurity. I'll be completely honest with you. It is a full insecurity and it's so frustrating because I wish it wasn't there. But it's there and I'm doing my best to cope with it. And there are people that comment, I mean, people just comment about everything, and it's easier said than done to say, don't take it personally. But if you're sensitive and you want to do a great job at things and you put so much energy into things, it just hurts. Like YouTube videos are like my babies. Like it's like me. I mean, you are getting me completely here. And so it feels like someone's just tearing me down. And no psychology that I've ever spent my time absorbing has helped me with that yet. And so that to me just makes it that much more challenging to create videos. I don't intend on that ever stopping me because it only kind of gets worse the larger you become. And people have said to me things like, wow, like I wish I got a negative comment because, you know, I don't have that many people watching my videos and random people don't find my videos. So anyways, I don't want to spend any more time on that, but I want to be real with you. Like it's just... that part of it is really hard, and I think it's hard for most YouTubers. And so that extra like energy I want to put into making myself look right on camera to try to make sure I don't get those type of comments, or the energy I want to put into making sure I say the right things so that people don't say, oh, you said this and that's wrong, or oh, you said this and you know that's inaccurate, or whatever it is. Like it makes me feel like I need to spend more time preparing, basically. And that preparation takes so much energy. Energy is something I really want to focus in on here, to be clear about. You know, I think every YouTuber has a different process, a different experience with YouTube, a different style. And so some people, they want to put a ton of energy and time into their work, and some people barely put any into it. And neither one necessarily determines the success rate. For me, I want to like put my all into the work, but I've realized over the years that when I put my all into YouTube videos, it takes days and days to complete it. And I am so energetically drained, let alone like the time it takes like out of my schedule, but the energy side of it, it's just so draining. I think this is something I really want to convey to you, is that even though this is my full-time career, especially the past few months, I really realized, wow, like I just feel energetically zapped when I make any videos. Like even this, I'm going to have to like lie in bed and watch TV or a movie or something like that just to like regroup my energy. It's not about having an energy drink. It's like, I just feel like my brain has gone numb or something. I mean, that's tough in itself. And so I started to feel really overwhelmed with the thought of making videos, because I felt like with the preparation in mind and with the energy that it took, like I felt like my entire day was gone, or days were gone. Whereas some YouTubers I meet, they'll spend literally 10 hours editing their videos and making them so perfect, and they're excited and they can't wait to do another one. And something that I've been battling with recently is just kind of this guilt and thinking, why can't I be like that? Like, why am I not the type of person who wants to sit down and edit and make everything look gorgeous? And I would watch their videos and think, oh, I want my videos to look like that. And I started to kind of just, what's the word I want to use here? Like tear myself down and think, I was just in this comparison mode of I wish I was like them. And then I realized just how incredibly detrimental that was. That was not good. So when I found myself in that habit of feeling like all my time was gone, feeling like my energy was drained, feeling like I had to be perfect, feeling like I wasn't good enough, all of these things, back in May, I just kind of hit this wall and I said, I need to take a break. I didn't think the break was going to take months, but it took a lot of time for me to just step back, re-energize myself, build my self-confidence back up, strip away the ego, and just really figure out the root of why I'm on YouTube. And that was so important to me, what I wanted to do and how I wanted to present myself, but also how I wanted to get in touch with you, how I wanted to affect your life, because that's really why I'm here. I also realized that there's nothing wrong with the fact that I don't really get that excited to edit. And that was something I was kind of beating myself up on. You might not know about this about me, but I've been making videos for at least 20 years, since I was a little kid. And many of you might be in that position now, but back when I was growing up, it wasn't that long ago, but we didn't have iPhones. We didn't even, for a while, have digital cameras. I was using these clunky VHS tapes, and I would do whatever it took to make these videos. And so back then, it was like I would jump over all these hoops to make the most incredible videos, and I would spend 10 hours editing it. And sadly, YouTube wasn't around then. I wish it had been, because I probably, if I had been on YouTube for 20 years, wow, like that would have been great. But my point in saying all of that is that plus going to film school and working in the film industry, like making movies has been a huge part of my life. It's a massive passion, but I think I just realized that I'm want to move to a different point. What I found myself really desiring is the team, which I talked about in the last video. I really am ready for a team. I'm really ready to not be doing this on my own anymore. 20 years of making projects almost entirely on my own. I think it makes sense that it's so draining. It makes sense that I want to evolve. I want somebody with me to record my videos. I don't want to always have to be rigging up the tripod and the GoPro and the iPhone and getting the light right. And there's just so much going on, stacks of lights in my place and tripods and the equipment. It's just so much. And what was also feeling sad to me is that because I don't have that desire to spend all this time setting things up to get these beautiful shots and spend all this time editing, I felt like my videos just weren't satisfying appearance-wise. To be honest, like for this channel, it's kind of hard for me to be recording with a webcam and like a blasted out light in the background. I want like music and nice editing and, different like beautiful shots and all of that. Like, I know that's not necessarily what you want, but that's like what I really want because it feels like an art form. And it's frustrating that I'm not in a place where I can easily make that happen. It's not even a matter of can, right? I know I can do it. I guess it's not wanting to do that on my own anymore. And so that just became a frustration of not having those tools yet. And that stopped me from creating content because I felt like, well, if I can't do it the way I really want, what's the point of making this? But then I realized that you were involved, right? And I realized that I make these videos for you and maybe really you're okay with me sitting down talking unedited style. And that's where it's so important for feedback. The Uncensored channel has felt so liberating to me because I can talk for 20, sometimes 30 minutes, just like I am right now, and people will still watch and come back and stay subscribed and comment. And I was thinking, wow, like I don't need to do anything special. I guess with this channel, I really want to make it special, and I'm going to. That's a strong, strong goal for me. It's just like, what do I do in the meantime? And I should have asked you this question months ago because I could have been creating content for months based on what you really wanted. So now I'm really looking for that happy medium. So in addition to feeling energetically burnt out and energetically at a standstill and energetically sensitive and not wanting to spend all the time on these things, there's also been some other things. I've been working on a lot of other projects that have been quite time consuming. It's crazy how much time it takes running a business. And I really treat this as a business. It's super important for me to have this be sustainable. And to make money as a content creator, you got to try so many different things. You've seen me do sponsored videos before, so I do sponsored content, but I was starting to feel burnt out with that, and I was starting to feel like maybe you didn't necessarily like that. I would love to know from you, do you care when I do sponsored content? Because part of me felt insecure? Like, do you feel like I'm selling out or something? I want to remind you that I don't do anything unless my heart is fully in it. I don't do anything unless I really feel like it's good for you and good for the environment and good for the planet. You know, there's so much integrity in my work, and I feel like some people still, you know, when I'm talking about negative comments, people will say things like, oh, you're selling out, or you're just doing this because you're making money. But I want to remind you that, like, yes, the money is important because the money helps me keep doing this. I'm not like taking the money and going on like amazing trips around the world. Like, I'm living a very modest life. The money is helping me survive and helping me like keep doing this content. And I only take money from companies I believe in. It's so important for me to say that, and maybe I should make a separate video shorter for that, but I just have to say that now. But I started to worry that it was bothering other people, so I kind of put sponsorship stuff on hold, even though I have a few that I'll be doing sometime soon. But, you know, other projects like my ebooks and my t-shirts and what else do I do? Affiliate programs, and, well, a huge part of my business now is helping other content creators. If you didn't know this about me, I love teaching others. You know, I've spent so much time developing my brand over the years, so much time learning how to turn it into a business, learning how to monetize it. And I realized that a lot of people were coming to me for advice. So now I teach private classes, group classes, and I recently just launched a whole membership group for content creators that I'm so excited about. And I talk more about that on my venture channel. I'll link to all of this stuff down below. You can sign up for the newsletter there if you're interested. If you're someone that just wants to learn, you can either, you know, absorb all the free stuff, or I think the membership group, I wish just everybody would sign up for that, because I cannot wait for it to grow. It's going to be so phenomenal. And I'll talk all about that on the venture channel probably later this week. So that's, you know, that stuff takes so much time. You know, it's amazing. It's, again, just like video editing. At this point in my career, I'm so much more interested in spending hours creating a landing page or an ebook or designing a class or something than I am on editing. And I think that's part of the reason for the break too, is that I want to put my focus on some other things that need my attention. My website, for example, ecovegangal.com, needs so much attention. It's crazy, but I don't know where that time is going to come from yet. So you just can't do it all. And I guess that's it. I'm looking over my notes right now, and I feel like I hit all my points. So, you know, I just want you to know that I'm here for you. If you're still watching this video, specifically you, wow, it means so much that you watch this video. It means so much that you care this much. Connecting with you on this deep level, on this real level, this authentic, vulnerable level, is really why I'm on YouTube. And I want your feedback. I appreciate you. I just want to give you the world. I guess the other thing that I was going to mention is that I'm finally going to be launching my Patreon campaign on an official level. Most people have no idea that I've been on Patreon for 2 years now. If you have no idea what Patreon is, it's a really cool platform that allows an audience to contribute to their favorite YouTubers. And so financially, I mean. So if you want to see more content, if you want to see the content get to the level that the creator really wants it to be, if you want to see like kind of specific things, you can contribute as little as $1 a month. It's kind of like an ongoing Kickstarter campaign. And I'll be doing a whole separate video about this in a few days and launching it. I'm so excited. I've been putting that off for years because I don't know, I was feeling insecure about it and didn't know how to do it right, but I've been building it up and getting back into the mode, and now I even have a little mentor from Patreon that's helping me out. And so I'm just excited to launch that, tell you all about it, and I can't wait to make it happen, because that's actually going to help out with some of the challenges that I've had. That'll help me hire an editor. That'll help me hire a videographer, maybe. I even may be able to hire an assistant to achieve all of the things that I want to achieve without taking as much time. I mean, basically what I want to do is spend more time creating and have a team of people that are helping me achieve even more, so I can give you more faster, go through all the messages and the emails and all of these things and just give you as much as I possibly can. And having a team of people is going to help me achieve that. I will link to the Patreon down below right now if you want to check it out. It's still being built out, but you can start contributing if you'd like, or you can wait till the official campaign launch. And last but not least, I have a list of 20 awesome ideas for upcoming content, thanks to you and your comments from the last video. So I'll be going through each of these. My plan is at least to go through each of these and to make videos. I think I'm going to keep them super simple. I may just do them here, or I may use my DSLR for them. I probably won't edit them. If I do, it'll be super basic. I just want to give you the content. So if you have further requests for content or specific styles that you want, lengths of videos, like whatever it is that you want, please tell me in the comments. Help me give you exactly what you want from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it all to the end, please leave me a comment and let me know that you did. And I will see you soon. I have a Patreon video coming up. I have another video that I've been needing to edit coming up, and a couple others that have just kind of been sitting there and I haven't finished editing them yet. So that plus all these 20 video ideas and whatever else you send me. And then there's the other channel. So the What a Vegan Eats has daily videos 7 days a week. Venture channel, I'm gearing back up into that one. That should be once a week. And then Censored channel is usually once a week as well. And then the dog channel, I actually have at least one video idea that I'll be shooting soon. So you've got a lot to choose from, a lot more coming in the future. Thank you so much, really, from the bottom of my heart. I'll see you soon. Bye.